Hey guys, welcome to a speed build. In this speed build, I am building a pink townhouse in excitement for the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack that's coming out in early December. The trailer came out a couple days ago from the time I'm filming this. When this is up, don't know, but I'm building this townhouse. I think it's in San Francisco. I googled San Francisco townhouses. This is just inspo, obviously, because you can't exactly build the same thing in Sims, and especially because I'm not building another house next to it. So yeah, this is actually my first time ever building a townhouse. So this is a duplex, so that means the first floor is a different apartment, the second floor is another apartment. In the Sims, as of right now, this is technically just one house with double of everything, basically. But I'm so excited for this for rent pack. I'm not someone who usually buys the packs full price. I don't think I've actually ever bought a sim pack full price, but this one I honestly may, just because it's exactly what I want. I'm not really much of a builder, or I enjoy building, but I don't think I'm the best at it. But of course, practice makes perfect, and now maybe making speed builds will help me practice more. And I watch a lot of speed builds. It's one of my favorite things to watch besides some Let's Plays. But so this was actually really annoying because I had, not really that annoying. So we're using platforms to make it so there's a staircase to the first and then second. So the first floor is a medium wall height with a platform. And I'm only using 3 packs. I'm using not Get Together, growing together, growing. I've literally it completely slipped my mind. The growing one, and then also high school years, because that's the world we're in, and then also the base game. So those are the only ones I'm using. So it's a pretty limited pack thing, which I want to do so it's more downloadable for people. And I always enjoy when people limit packs because I don't have all the packs, and especially kits. I don't have any kits besides the one that was free, the desert one. So that's why I made the choice to do this. So as you can see, this is pink, so very Barbie. But honestly, I just when I saw the photo, that's what caught my eye, was the fact that it was pink. I thought that would be really fun. I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out in the end. I definitely had some troubles, especially with the floor plan, which we will get to later. But I'm really happy with how those columns looked, because I almost was gonna go oh, maybe I'll do Get Together too, because I wanted the white columns, but I was no, we're going to try to keep it just 2 packs in the base game. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It was just kind of annoying to have to constantly because I like to eye drop stuff a lot, and every time you do that, it takes away your filters, so I had to refilter a lot. So if you guys see that happening a lot, I apologize. And also, I know I twist around my camera a lot when I build, which can probably get really dizzying. That's something I need to work on now that I'm filming stuff. Also, we're about to get to the point where this railing glitch is annoying me so much. Because first, look at that high school railing. For some odd reason, there's some glitch in the middle of it. And then I couldn't have the railing just go to the edge. I had to have that little patio on the bottom floor. And also, for some odd reason, these stairs were not going on the platform. I'm really lucky that the stairs in the beginning were able to, but those stairs, I try it later too, and then I have to end up building some weird stairs, building stairs with platforms. So I'm happy that I got at least the first one, but I could not add an extra pair of stairs anywhere on a platform. And I don't know if that's a new glitch or if that's just a platform thing. It's really annoying me. And now we're moving on to the floor plans. So floor plans are not my favorite thing ever. I don't think they're anyone's, but I just struggle. And some of these, especially the first floor, is just a weird layout. I was gonna cut out a lot of this, but honestly, it's kind of silly how much I moved this kitchen in 2 different places. It's definitely something, and it's kind of tough, but I am trying my best. So let's talk about this for rent expansion pack. I am, of course, excited, and if you don't know anything about it, the trailer basically just reveals that we'll be able to have multi-family dwellings. So whatever that does, that mean 2 or 3 or 4? It just means you won't have to play with people who are living in the same building, and you'll be able to build apartments, multiplexes, duplexes, whatever. And I'm excited for it because I love apartments. It's one of the things I play in The Sims a lot, but as everyone knows, you can't edit them that well. So being able to build our own is going to be really fun. And especially townhouses and duplexes, I think are going to be really fun. I already have a like legacy challenge I'm playing, where right now there's these triplets that I'm gonna have all live in different, and it like a tripleplex, or like three townhouses right next to each other. And then I'll like only play with like the heir at the end of it, because they'll all be like young adults and have families at that point. But at least they're like in each other's lives more than if, like, for example, they lived in different worlds or in different lots. Because I feel like a lot of time in legacies, I really have to make an effort to keep track of like other family members, and having them live basically on the same lot as me will be really exciting just for like gameplay stuff. And now we're moving on to the bottom floor. This bottom floor was the death of me. I actually did end up cutting out some of the floor plan, because I wanted it to have two beds, but it ended up just being one bed, two and a half baths. I just could not get it to be two beds. And then the top floor is just one bed, one bath. And I think the biggest issue was probably like, look how weird those shapes are. There's like a lot of odd shapes. It's not a really good wall for a bed. So that was kind of tough, and it did end up where like the bedroom is technically bigger than the living space, which I don't love. But honestly, like, it's not the weirdest thing ever. I live in New York, like in Brooklyn, and having like these small spaces is something I'm used to, but not able to create good floor plans. But I think that's okay. Like, floor plan can be anything at the end of the day, especially with living in New York, because I used to live in Manhattan. Like, there are some weird floor plans. Like, especially on the top floor, you'll see that you have to walk like in front of the TV to get to the bedroom, which isn't ideal. Like, no one would really want that. But honestly, at the end of the day, like, I think it works out pretty well. And now we're adding a little backyard area. And as you can see there, that's where I had to do that platform steps instead of, now we moved away, but that's where we did those platform steps because we couldn't get stairs to go onto the platforms for odd reason. So here's me working on where everything's going to go. This is what I actually settle on. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not like super happy. Like, overall, I'm not super happy with like the floor plan on either. But that's okay. Also, I love this. I love that they used a base game wood for the what's it called? The deck, the pier, whatever you want to call it. I love that it like blends together. I'm okay with like the little outline thing. It helps like that that's a private property, whatever. I thought about adding like two mailboxes on every floor, but I just ended up just doing one, because I think that, I don't know, maybe if that would confuse, if you decide to play on this, if you confuse anything. But I know in the new pack you'll be able to have like multiple mailboxes. Actually, I don't know anything. It's literally only been the trailer. There's been no like gameplay trailer or anything, so a lot of it's just like a bunch of like guessing. I'm in like this Discord chat. I think it's a little Simsies Discord chat where like everyone's talking about the pack, and there's some people have some ideas, and I think a lot of them are incorrect, but that's okay. I like, no one knows. Also, if you can hear some like banging in the background, I think my neighbor is doing something with their wall. Either they're doing that or they're yelling at me for talking to myself, but I don't think that's it. I think they're hammering into their wall. Here I'm building a little like hedge thing, just like something to add a little bit greenery in the front, because everything is wooden, so you can't really have like a bunch of plants. So I'm just doing that, and honestly, I could have added more plants, but I just really do not want to. And I even built these little like tree holder things, and I went into the live edit mode. I have this mod called Organized Debug that allows you to have easier access. There's a bunch of cheats you can do, look it up, to get into live edit mode, but I did that so I could use the trees that are in like the area. So I think that looks really nice. As for like the vegetation in the backyard, I went in between like having plants and not having plants, and I end up just having the tree, because there's that like little corner, and I end up not putting anything there, but I don't, like, in case if someone does, or like a sim wants to put like a garden over there, I do add like flower boxes later. But here's me just like checking out the build, and adding lights that I end up taking out. Okay, so for this first floor or second floor, I furnished the second floor first. It's a one bed, one bath. I decided to make this one more of like someone renovated it and made it a lot nicer than what it was. And then the first floor, oh my gosh, I'm gonna mix them up so many times. The first floor will be like an older style. So I used the cabinets that you get from the culinary career and like made them this orange. It's kind of like more of a retro modern style. I decided on this one. on this floor, with like no open cabinets, or no open cabinets, so it's just like shelves because it doesn't come with anything. And again, we're only using like the 2 packs, so I was kind of limited on what I could use, and I'm not using any CC. And I'm actually, when I build, I'm a big CC user, but I wanted this to be accessible for everyone, especially when this for rent thing comes out, or if you never have for rent and you just want to play with like 2 Sims, especially because it's only 2 bedrooms, so you could have like two Sims that could be like friends or not friends, and or like people who become lovers later, and like one's on the top floor, one's on the bottom floor, and they like figure out about each other or something. There's like a lot of storylines you can tell with this build. And I used the high school year tile in the bedroom, not the bedroom, the bathroom and the kitchen, because it's just like really nice. I struggle with the wallpaper just because I didn't know if I wanted to do something colorful or boring. But if it's an apartment, I feel like most people just do boring. I think like because it's a duplex, I'm imagining it more as like someone purchases it rather than renting it, even though like the for rent thing is about renting. So like you can really just do whatever you want to the unit. So that's why this one's renovated and the bottom one is not. Or maybe it is for rent and like someone's renting it, but the person who lived there or the person who owns the building just decided to renovate the top one first and then wanted to see how stuff is. But each apartment is like very unique. And I don't know, I had a lot of fun. I definitely want to build like more duplexes and townhouses, but I have to like pace myself, or that's all I'm going to build. But I just like that they're like skinnier, they're smaller. That's the one thing that I just don't love about how big some of the lots are, is that they're just massive. So you're kind of expected to build massive homes. And of course, like you can always build like really good backyards and stuff, but I really struggle with landscaping, as I think like a lot of other people do. I'm not super comfortable with it, but maybe that's why I chose this as the first one, because I barely had to do any landscaping. So something I'm super curious also about this expansion pack coming out in December is like how the zoning's gonna work. Like from the video, I think it's like they had colors around it, but I'm curious if the zoning will apply to multiple floors, or if it's only, actually I think it probably will apply to multiple floors. I'm not too worried about it. Some people are guessing it's gonna be like something with the door, with having to like attach it to the door, but then if that happens, I don't know. I think it's gonna be something more like how platforms or like room control works, is that it's going to be a different tool. I think it's going to be like a different tool, kind of like the room tools, or like how you create rooms that you just like drag. And I think it's just going to be a color that you drag into like zoning. And I think that's probably going to be the most intuitive way to do it. So that way you could also assign like backyards to certain families and stuff, like private backyards. Like for example, in this building, there's a private backyard for the first floor, and then the second floor has like a little patio on the back too. So this is the modern bathroom. It's a bathroom. There's really like nothing super special about it. Also, I need to also be better like building without all the walls up. But I like having all the walls up, even though it's like kind of obstructive for the camera. But it's just like I like putting things on the walls and knowing if there's stuff on the walls. I even play with the walls up a lot, which I don't think is a smart idea, because you have to move the camera around so much. This hammering is driving me insane, but I just want to finish this voiceover. But yeah, I think I keep like jumping all over the place. I'm so sorry. But yeah, the zoning thing, I think it's going to be like a room tool they use to zone areas. How big that area can be, I have no idea. And again, like I mentioned earlier, I'm very curious about how many apartments you can have, how many different families. I'm hoping it's at least like 5 or 6. But I don't know how heavy that is going to be on processing. But also, I don't know. Like, I feel like you should be able to have like 15 Sims on a lot at least. Isn't that like or is it 8 on a lot? No, I think it is 50. I think you can have like up to 15 or 16 on a lot at a time. Honestly, probably more. I have a mod that like raises the amount of Sims. So even when my Sims go to school, there's more people. I'm a big mod player, but that's okay. I'm also super curious if there's gonna be like cross pack compatibility with like businesses, because I think something that people have wanted for so long is being able to have like a bakery with their house above it, and I want that, or like being able to own a bakery and sublet or something the apartment above it or to the side of it or something. Like I've played where like there's a apartment above a bakery, and then just having to lock all the doors is really annoying. So it'd be really nice to like to have that cross-pack compatibility. I don't think that would really be in like the gameplay trailer even. I think maybe they would like talk about it on a live stream or something, but yeah, I'm also very curious about what the base game update will be. People think that the zoning and having like multifamily thing will be a base game update, and I don't think it is. And but they're thinking that like the zoning and everything will be part of the base game, but like being able to like have multiple properties will not. And I just don't know, because I feel like that's such a big part of the pack, is like the being able to zone and like have multifamilies, that I think like people just wouldn't buy it, because I think a lot of people wouldn't care about needing to have like separate like be a property owner and create like a property empire and be a landlord. I feel like people are more interested in zoning, so I don't know if people would even buy the pack if it was a base game update to have the zoning. But I think it would be great if it was, because then more people could play with the zoning and like being able to have multifamilies and multiple lots. Because I think if it was also a base game update, it'd be easier to have that cross pack compatibility with like get to work and all that, and like having like bakeries and retail stores and stuff with the apartment above it. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely gonna be interesting. But also, I just feel like that's like building a whole new like UI and stuff to be able to do that cross pack compatibility. And yeah, I'm very, very curious on how it's gonna go. So as you can see, now we're working on the like less modern floor. So it's a lot of like wood tones. Because I have the like platform higher, I can't really see like the wooden. So that I wanted to use this like wallpaper that had that wooden, but really it just looks like, so it just kind of became like this baseboard instead of this being like this bigger wooden baseboard. But I honestly kind of like it. It looks kind of cool, and I think the wood matches the other wood really well. So this one is 2.5 baths, and I used the high school years tile because I don't think I've really ever used it before, and just because the high school years tile can be like older and quote unquote outdated, even though it's kind of cool looking. But even like my apartment in New York has like pretty cool tile, not like that, it's like black and white checker, but if you like look at it, it does look kind of outdated. I remember when we moved in, we thought it was pretty outdated, but honestly, I kind of like it. It has some charm to it. So maybe in the future, I'll build my apartment in The Sims, even though I have done it before. Because a fun fact about me is I like to build my apartments, because I've moved since living in New York. I'm not from New York, but since moving here, I've lived in three different. Yeah, I've lived in. Yeah, no, I've lived in 4 different apartments, and every time I've built the apartment in Sims to figure out how I was going to decorate my room. And now that me and my partner live together, and I have more control over like the rest of the space, I built the entire apartment in Sims, like very loosely. Like it's not like exact or even like that close, but enough that like we were able to plan out how our apartment was going to look before we even moved here. And it honestly was like super useful, because we have, every time I have friends come over, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm like newly out of college, but all my friends are like, oh my gosh, you're so adult, because your apartment looks good, it has like good decorations, it feels homey, blah blah. And I'm like, every time I say, it's like, because I play Sims, that's why. It's because I build it in Sims and I plan out where I want everything. I plan out like how the decorations are going to go. Highly recommend it if you like move into a house or an apartment, is to like, if you're confused on how you want things to be laid out, just do that. And it's honestly so good for like where you want to put paintings and stuff in your apartment, or just like hang stuff on the wall, like be able to plan it out before. Or like something I do too is like take a picture of the wall and then like draw all the frames and stuff. That works too. I really should have just gone into interior design, but no, I didn't. All right, so we're ending the build soon, and then we're gonna jump in and like look at it in game, and I'll show you guys around a little bit. But here's me just like zooming around, taking some screenshots, and yeah, let's jump in game. All right, now we're in game, and here is the pink duplex townhouse, whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna start on the bottom floor. So this is the older unit. Just have a little living area, dining area, kitchen, pretty empty. Maybe someone hasn't moved in yet, or they just keep it really tidy. Here's the bedroom. Nice and cute, little area. Zooming into the bathroom. Very nice. Have like older lights, which is fun. And then they have a little backyard area that they just have a grill and a table, and then some potted plants over here. And maybe the sim can put something over here, maybe hide something, maybe another trash can, but we also have trash cans right out here. These are the outside trash cans. And now we're going to zoom upstairs, which hopefully we move a little faster once we get up there. Inside, this is the more modern unit. Kitchen area. A little outside patio. A nice modern bathroom with a nice modern shower and everything. Nice storage. I'm talking like I'm selling this apartment. And then a modern bedroom with like a little mural on the back. Very cute. Good views. Also, something I never noticed, how nice the view is from here. Like, oh my gosh, look at those mountains. I would kill to live here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do all the things, and I will see you guys next time.